Nashville in concert. What? That's me. I'm also playing the MC tonight. It's nice to see you guys. Let me just go ahead and share this on my music pages, and I invite you, if you feel like it, to share a watch party. That would be awesome. It's just you hit share and you can do a host a watch party, and it means that your friends and your followers can watch along and can hang out and can be a part of this concert that we're doing tonight. So let me just share this to my music page right now so that people who are not on my personal page can be a part of the concert that we're doing. Here we go. Shared. Done. How is everybody doing? Great to see you. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I'm going to see who's on here. It is Saturday. Is it Saturday evening?
Yes, it is.
Thank you, Skylar. I love you. I appreciate you. And this is the concert that we postponed a few weeks ago. We had wrapped up our 70th episode of Randi's Live, which is our, I'm calling it a variety show that we do now, hosted from our home here in Nashville, Tennessee. And so we wrapped our 70th show, and on Saturday we were going to do a concert. And the reason is because every night on Randi's Live, in case you haven't tuned in, maybe you're tuning in for the first time and you haven't actually seen a Randi's Live episode, it's super fun. We do it here out of our home in Nashville, and I interview people from all over the world, and I bring you artists and poets and musicians and therapists and acrobats and just really talented people that share their stories and share what's going on with them. And then every night they share some music, and I generally share a song, possibly maybe a cover or an original song. And every night, like, someone would request something, or I would say, go back to episode 34, I think I did it on that one, or maybe I'll do it on episode 14, or I don't know, it was crazy. And someone said, well, can you do a couple songs? And I said, well, the format is really an interview. I'm like, interviewing people now in my variety show. And I thought, maybe sometime I'll do more than one song. So a lot of people said, could you just do a concert from your home? So I said, okay, I'll do a concert from my home, just like we're at, I don't know, Twigs, Room 5, any of the art centers that I've traveled to in the past years. Don't we miss that? We totally miss that. So here I am coming to you live from my living room to your homes. And let's see who's on right now. All my peeps are on. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Fred. Shout out to my hometown. Jennifer's on, and Greg is on, Rochelle's on, Mary Lou, hey, Ashlyn, good to see you, Patrick. If I don't say all of you, it's because I'm just scrolling quickly. Hi, Susan, hi, Will, hi, Gabby. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. So a couple weeks ago, we had this all planned out. Christopher's watching from Denver, and that day was when a lot of the riots were happening in Los Angeles, and we were concerned about our friends that lived there. Things had gotten a lot was happening, and we just felt, out of respect for the space of those discussions that needed to be had and the news that needed to get across the airwaves, we just said, no, we're not doing it tonight. My head wasn't in the right place to do it. So here we are a couple weeks later, and I'm happy to be doing some music. So what I'm going to do for you tonight is kind of like just if we were all hanging out together in a club or a theater or something. I'm going to play a few songs for you, original songs. Some that you know from some of my older CDs, and some that are brand new that are going to be on my new release. And I'm going to tell you some of the stories behind the songs. Of course, we're missing our Noah tonight, but I have big plans for him to join me on a concert coming up. So here we go. Here's my first song tonight. I'll play it first, and then I'll tell you the little story behind it. Okay? Thanks for hopping on. I'm excited.
When she's holding me in her little hand and she says, Mom,
They might have seen us, by the way.
What'd you say?
They might have seen us.
They might have seen
I
you.
accidentally hit and flipped it just for a second.
That's okay.
Just for a quick
Right.
second.
So of course, Andrew's still on camera.
Yep.
Of course, always cameraman. And I want to do set design. Joanne, you're so right. I am catching a big Twigs vibe. Hi, Randi. The blondes are on. Oh, I tried to email Karen this morning, but I don't know if she got it. So be sure to send a message to Miss Barte if you can, Wendy, because I try to let her know. I want all the blondes in the front row at Twigs. That's right. They used to have these twinkly lights at Twigs. It's a great memory. Great memory. Okay, a little bit backstory because this is like behind the music. This is in the know. So. First of all, what you may not know is that songwriters for gigs, a lot of times, secret, the first song that you play is kind of like your sound check. What? There you go, there it is, you're in the know now, behind the music. Because especially when you're playing with a band, you kind of settle into the sound on your first song. So a lot of times bands will very often kind of play a song that they really know what the levels are supposed to be, they sort of know what everything's supposed to sound like, and it gets you comfortable with how things are sounding. You can see we have a lot going on here. We have a piano that I'll get to in a little bit, keyboards. Andrew did a great job with sound. Not exactly enough mics to mic everything, but I think we did good. And then also for me personally, I've been starting with that one lately because it's one that I really love to sing. It makes me really happy and it puts me in a really good place. The song is, it was written inspired by Skylar Faith. I was at a show with Jason and DeMarco in Franklin, Tennessee. And when we got done, we all had a merch table out. We had all our CDs out for sale. And Skylar looked at me and she said, I really want you to give me one of your CDs. I want to have one of your CDs. And I was like, okay, $20. No, I would never charge my daughter. I wouldn't charge her. But I said, okay, you can have a CD. So she looked at me and she said, what do I do with it? And I said, you play it with it. You have to, play it like in a boombox. So I showed her how to use a boombox because, you swipe a lot of music nowadays. So she went ahead and she played it. The next day she had a little friend over and I went upstairs, her door was closed, I was doing laundry and I walked past the room and Skylar was singing top of her lungs to my songs. And I thought, ooh, that's so sweet. I said, no Grammy yet, no Grammy, but you know what, if that's what fame feels like and if that's what it means for, someone as special as Skylar to me to appreciate and to know Mama's songs and to sing along with them, it felt so darn good. So I told Noah that story when I was standing in my kitchen and Noah immediately said, I think you have to write a song about that. So I did. It's called Famous in Her Eyes. It's not yet been recorded, but there you go. So let's see who's on right now. Hi, Barbara. Oh my gosh, John Lagutis is on. That's so fun. John and Lori gave me one of my first jobs ever in San Diego, Zen Bakery. This is like I was thinking this is going to be more like a walk down memory lane. I brought all the CDs. Okay, so I'm going to play, I think, a new one right now. Another brand new one that is not on a CD yet, but it will be. And here's another little trick about this. I don't play guitar. I wish I did. I play with a lot of amazing guitarists, but I don't myself play guitar. But I write songs in my mind that I hear on guitar. So I do have a neat little thing on my keyboard here that kind of imitates like a bass guitar sounding instrument. I think it's really pretty, and I like to use it for this song. I had an idea about people coping with grief, and it's tricky because grief is something, as many of you already know, that you think you can kind of wrestle to the ground and you think you can get rid of it, but it comes back. And I thought, what if grief were like that that lover or that woman that just keeps coming back and keeps coming back, and you try to make peace with her and you try to tell her that she's no good for you, but no matter how many times you say goodbye, she sort of wanders back in. And so I wrote this song about that. It's called Sister Grief, and I'm going to sing it for you right now. It's brand new.
In like a whisper in the middle of the night, she's a little out of my sight, but I let her in. hiding, sister grief, wrapped like a blanket in my memories, all the things I'm aching to see, she shows them all to me. Just when I get to my favorite part of the dream, she'll yank it away from me. I think she just likes to watch me bleed. Where you been hiding, sister grief? This only child ain't getting no peace. Where you been hiding, sister grief? I beg, I bargain for you to leave. 'Cause when you fight, you don't fight fair. Got the ghosts on your side, and they don't care. I thought that we could form a truce, but there's just no getting through to you. I learned not to trust her many moons ago, but she puts on one hell of a show, and she wins me back. Runs me round in circles, make me lose my mind. She ain't believing kind, any fool can see that. Where you been hiding, sister grief? This only child ain't getting no peace. Where you been hiding, sister grief? I beg, I bargain for you to leave. 'Cause when you fight, you don't fight fair. You got the ghosts on your side, they don't care. Where you been hiding, sister grief?
Thank you. Thanks for listening. Oh, look at the friends on. Hey, Diana. Hey, Patrick. Hi, Louisa. Oh, thanks for joining us tonight. It's great to see you guys. I'm happy you're here. Okay. Hey, Harriet. Good to see you. It's been a long time. I have friends that are here from a while ago. All right, I'm going to do one more over here on the keyboard, and then I'll head over to my piano for a bit. So this is an older song. This is from back in the Twig days. Sort of my first, I don't know, kind of my first song that people, not my first, but one of the first songs that people would request a lot for me. You know, they would kind of ask for it at shows, which is always fun when an audience knows your tunes and they sort of sing along with it. It's off of a CD called The Play, and it was sort of my first women's empowerment song. And of course, I made a lot of friends through the years doing shows. I made a lot of friends doing different shows all over the world and meeting people sometimes that were at those shows. They came up and talked to me afterwards. And so this is one of those songs. It's from a while ago. And I talked about it before. It is for the blondes, because they used to sing along with us from the front row of Twigs and other places that I performed. And I remember one time that in a coffee shop situation, the audience is like super close. They're very close. Oh, I know, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do that very often, very soon. We'll see, hopefully very soon. Hopefully soon-ish. So the audience could be right up there. Finally one night, you know, they were always in the front row sipping out of their coffee cups, and they were just having a really great time, but like too much fun, so I finally leaned over to one of them. I think it was Karen or Wendy or Holly, I'm not sure, and I leaned over and I just grabbed their coffee cup and I took a sip of their coffee. And I was like, yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's why you're having so much fun. Anyway, so here's an old woman's empowerment song.
If you hurt me again, I will go This isn't a threat. I just thought you should know that you're taking away part of me every day, and it shows, and it shows. If you tell me again one more lie, you won't have to sit through the sound of my tears. The only sound you will hear is my goodbye. 'Cause I don't need you to breathe. I have fallen down, but I'm landing on my feet, and I hear the sound of my own sweet voice. It's there screaming. If you tell me I'm not good enough, you won't hear anything as I pack it all up. You will just hear the door as it shuts, as it shuts. 'Cause I don't need you to breathe. I have fallen down, but I have landed on my feet, and I hear the sound of my own sweet voice, and it stays
That's off the play, CD. Thank you. I looked to see if we had a play. So this was 2001, I think, thereabouts, produced by Larry Mitchell. It has two different covers. The first cover is just love that red curtain. Ryan Forbes photography. Ryan Forbes, every CD photography, pretty much, just about all of them. Thank you, Ryan. Excellent, amazing photographer and dear friend. And this was, let's see, this used to be a red cover. It used to be a red CD cover. And then it got placed in Borders. So now we're dating it. Borders Books and Music on the counter. Big deal. Make a placement. And so a couple people from, I don't know, whoever their distribution people were, and also a publicist I was working with at the time was like, you should put your, face on the cover. And I was like, why? It's really this dramatic. It's a play. It's a curtain. It's all drama. It's called the play. And she said, because a lot of people think you're a guy. And I was like, oh, okay. So we put a picture on the cover, and that's the play. So let's see who else is on here. Hey, Claudia, I'm so glad you guys are joining us tonight. There's a behind-the-scenes story for you.
I didn't know that one.
You didn't know that? There's a couple you don't know. I might even tell a few you don't know. You didn't know it either. Skylar didn't. Skylar is 7. She's like, I didn't know that. I don't tell you anything. I don't tell you anything. All right, let's...
We're moving?
We're moving. Are you moving?
I'm moving.
How are we doing this? I just did a turn. It was a twirl. I just twirled. I twirled.
Oh.
So the thing about the piano is we're super lucky. We have a beautiful piano in our living room. I get to do a lot of piano lessons from here. Oh, can you turn the verb down a tiny bit on this one?
Yeah.
You're so busy, honey.
I am.
But here's something about the piano. Pianos are huge, enormous, beautiful acoustic instruments, and they're super loud. And so we weren't really able to properly with our sound system mic it. So I'm probably only going to do a couple from the piano, but I have to do a couple from the piano because it's here. Right, don't I? Don't you think? Yes, yes.
You do.
Sky does her lessons from here. Maybe next time you can do something for the audience. Oh, she just gave me a face like, no, I don't think that's happening. So, this is one of my favorite songs that I've written. A lot of people want to know what are some of my favorites. They're all my favorite. Any artist will tell you. I saw, we have a couple artists watching tonight. I think Benjamin Grace was on for a bit. A wonderful artist out of San Diego. And any artist will tell you their favorite song is almost always the song they just wrote. That's just is kind of the way it is. But this one sticks with me for a couple reasons. There's a beautiful video attached to it, which the storyline behind it, the actors and dancers that were part of it, and a beautiful soul named Michael Velez was part of that video shoot, and we lost him not too long ago. So of course, anytime I see it, I think of him and his beautiful spirit that was in that video, but also working with people that I loved on it and doing makeup and hair, and Julie and Donna and everyone, Elliot, everyone that sort of put their stamp on it, and all the work, all the people that came together to make it possible. It was I felt like I was Beyonce that day because it was a pretty big production. But the song itself was written about a friend that had gone through a breakup. And at the time, I was happily, and still am, together with my partner, Andrew. Woo-hoo. But did you just give yourself a woohoo?
I did.
Yeah, okay. Heckler, security? Security. No? Okay. So I heard the story and I thought, God, it just brings back all the feels and all the memories, right? And what it told me at that time was that no matter how far away from a breakup you are, anything, like a word, a song, a smell, anything can kind of put you right back in that space. And you're just as broken as you were when it happened. So this is a song about that.
The water is wide, I think I'll go down to it. And if the tide is high, I think I'll go drown in it. 'Cause all I have are my memories. They won't let me rest, and they won't let me be. And I spend all my time remembering how to forget. 'Cause time heals the wounds, but not the scars. I close my eyes and there you are, and it's getting hard to breathe. 'Cause when you left, you took the best of me. Now there's nothing left of me. And if I ever meant anything, you come take the rest. When I get home, I climb into our bed. You're not there, so I smother my face in your pillow a little too long instead. But I get scared, so I climb under. I'm afraid the light and the monsters, the thunder. I guess I'll sleep when I'm dead. 'Cause time heals the wounds, but not the scars. I close my eyes and there you are, and I can't even breathe. 'Cause when you left, you took the best of me. And now there's nothing
I hope that Ryan Forbes, wow, she's excited. Thanks, Skylar. I hope that Ryan Forbes linked the video to that. Did he?
He did.
On it, huh? You're on it. You're on it.
Just don't switch over to watch it right now.
Yeah, no.
Just later. Come back to it.
No, thank you. Thanks for doing that. I want to say also tonight, for the first time in 70 episodes, we have put up a little tipping jar, a virtual tip jar. We thought it would be funny to put one on the piano, but I did. But then Andrew made the piano look so pretty, and a big fishbowl wouldn't be funny with Skylar's.
I think it would be funny.
Well, now I'm saying it. That's not nice. I'm kidding. So I know she just got really offended. So we put up our Venmo, and of course, we understand that this is not a really easy time for anyone. It occurred to me though, when this started, I was very optimistic, like I try to be about a lot of things, thinking that I'd probably be out on the road touring in a short amount of time, maybe a month or so. And it occurred to me recently that might not be happening for a while. It's odd for me to not be traveling. I usually do shows in other parts of the country at least every other month, and so it's odd. And I know all my friends are sort of feeling this. We don't know, except this is a great format to be able to visit with you guys, and it's really cool to have you on live and I can talk with you. That's awesome. But so tonight we did put up a little tipping thing. Feel free if you want. There's, I think, like a PayPal and maybe a Venmo thing. So thank you so much for that. Also, lots of people have been asking about music and where they can get it and where they can find it. So it's the places that you always can stream or buy. So like Amazon and Spotify, and my website's still the best place always to get music from artists, is to go right directly to the artist and get it from their website. Usually they'll throw in perks like stickers and merch, and they'll sign it and stuff. And we have some really fun merch that we're creating right now for the people that have been watching the Randy's live. So that should be ready in about a couple of weeks. So that's exciting. So, okay, I'm going to go over there. I know, I'm making it hard for you. I'm going to move again.
Back?
I know, but this is like what I do with Noah. If Noah were watching, he would tell you, too bad. This is what happens. He's got the guitar on, he's playing a few songs, and then all of a sudden I'm like, maybe I just want drums right now.
Okay.
He's like, really? Because I just got the guitar. And then I say, maybe you know what I'd like? I'd really like you to play mandolin right now. So I just like to keep it exciting. Is it exciting? We'll finish over here. Don't worry, we'll finish.
I spiked the floor, so it's easy to move.
Good. And you know what? There's one more really important thing. Since we're kind of doing behind the music, my water and wine is over here, so I gotta come back over here. Let's see who else is on. Hi, Larry. Tip, tip, tip. Thank you. I see so many friends on that I haven't seen in a long time. Hi, beautiful Julia. Our family's watching tonight. Julia's on. That's very exciting. Okay. I don't know if Gina is on. I'm hoping that she is, but this is a request. Oh, Gina is a friend of mine from San Diego that I haven't seen in a long time, and she requested this song, I think, on episode 2 of Randy's Live, and I was really honest. I was very blunt with her. I said, I love that song too, and I don't remember it at all, and I said, I'm going to try, and every night I thought, oh gosh, do I know it? And I didn't. It's off of this CD, produced by Larry Mitchell, yes, called 365 Days, and I'll give you the story first, as I attempt to still remember it. It's called, ironically, the song is called That's What I Remember, so we'll see. The song is actually about the night that I met Andrew. Did you know that? Did you know that? You were hoping, right? If not, it was weird. It was about someone else. No, it was about the night I met you. People like to hear this story. We met at a bar in Las Vegas, which is what happens in Vegas. Sometimes doesn't just stay in Las Vegas. And we met, and we had a really nice conversation for like about an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. And he was polite and kind, and we exchanged numbers, and I thought I'd never see you again, but you were hopeful, but I thought I'd never see you again.
Oh, I knew.
But he knew. Anyway, so this is a song about that, how that sort of turned out. So, and it's for Gina tonight, whether she's watching now or watching later, you know.
Exactly what you said to me, and I don't remember exactly what you wrote, and I don't remember exactly what you were wearing, but I know you saved my life. Yeah, I know you saved my life, and I don't remember
you guys for checking in with me. It's a Saturday evening. I'm gonna do a few more for you, and then we're gonna do one of these. I think like every month or something. We'll do a little concert like this, and I'll. Well, it's funny.
Did you see? She's like, oh.
Oh, I was excited about that. Let me tell you, you're a great audience. What's gonna happen when we go back to where the audience can't talk and interact? I don't know. It's gonna be weird. Let me tell you about this. This is happening tomorrow. This is North Jersey Pride stream. Sunday, June 28th. I told them I would plug in. You know where North Jersey Pride normally is? It's in the park in Maplewood. It's okay, I'll hold it.
Well, I was going to bring it closer.
It's okay. I'm going to post it.
Oh, okay.
It's in the park in Maplewood, New Jersey normally.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. And tomorrow, Kesha is there. So I'm technically performing with Kesha, so that's exciting, right? Oh my gosh. Skylar was like, virtually. Anyway, yeah, so that's a shout out to Maplewood and Scott Evans, the awesome host who asked us to do that. And so, yay! And then we should tell you that we're back live next week. We will for sure have a Friday show, not sure about a Thursday show, but we have an amazing guest for you on Friday, my friend. Another shout out to Maplewood, Ahmed Best. He's a musician, he's an actor, he's part of the Star Wars franchise. He's a big deal, and he's a sweet, sweet, sweet heart of a man, so I can't wait for you to check in for that. Okay, there we go. Those were my plugs. I just did a commercial break during my concert, didn't I?
That was great.
Yeah, it was. Let me look over here for 1 second, see how we're doing. How's everybody doing? Good? Are we good? Skylar, how are you doing? Can we do a few more? Good. Okay.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can. Here we go. Okay, so this is a brand new song. Let me grab that for you. The story behind this song is that this is a letter to my younger self. If I could talk to her today and tell her all the stuff that I know now that I didn't know then. Oh my gosh. And you know I can talk. It would be a lot. I would have a lot to say. So, this is called Take Your Time. If I could, then I would go back and tell you how beautiful you are, how perfect is made up of your scars. If I could, then I would go back and tell you how brave you've always been, how they were always noticing. If I could, then I would go back and tell you don't waste your time on tears. Everyone's fighting the same fears. If I could, then I would go back and tell you some people never change, but you're gonna love them anyway. If I could, then I would go Skylar, but not really. Not really, because you're doing fine. Yay! Hi, Brian. Thanks for being on. Hi, Renee.
You might have missed some, but you had a request from the Northwest.
Oh my goodness!
For-
with a
for-
picture of a
He wants that posted on the piano, so you can do 80s.
80s.
That's
okay,
the Northwest contingent.
That's a Northwest. Okay, 80s. You understand that 80s is a 30-minute song, so that might just be its own. And so, but I mean, he threw down some serious green
He
with
threw
that.
some serious green.
Okay, I can work that in. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I gotta work up to it.
Maybe
We'll
just
work
a
in
minute.
maybe a finale. Maybe a what? Thank you guys. Thank you for tipping. I truly don't expect that, and I really appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it a lot. And I'm happy to do this, and I will for sure do another one. What's funny is I told people like a few times on the Facebook Live that we were going to do that, and I got some requested, and then today I got like 4 requests, and I was like, no, I didn't learn that yet. Hold on, the next one. So there will be a Randy's Live Volume 2. So let me see who else is on here. Hey, Mary Beth, I'm so glad you're here. Victoria, I know. Oh, wish that's a good time to talk about that. So this might be a good time to do. Yeah, I'll do this one. I had an opportunity to connect with a producer that I was in touch with 10 years ago. That's a while ago. He had heard my music, wanted to work with me, and for lots of different reasons it didn't work out. So I think the first time that we were actually hoping to maybe do something together, I was pregnant with Skylar and I was on bed rest. I wasn't able to do anything. And then 3 years after that, I came out to Nashville. He was in Europe, so we weren't ever able to do anything then. And this was just kind of this like perfect storm of things never sort of adding up. And when I finally moved out here, he was on a list of people to contact and let know that I was here and that I was ready to record some music. And I had it in my head that I wanted to do one song in particular, which I'll play a little bit later, and that was Happy Hour in Heaven. And I had always had it in my mind that I wanted to do it with sort of a Nashville sounding band. And because of the way that track turned out, I went ahead and I did a couple more songs with some of these players, and it was, they were beautiful. And I'm going to play one of these songs for you right now. It's a brand new tune, but there's a cool story behind this one. So this is a song that I wrote about, it's a true story, and it's about a breakup that happened, most all of my breakups are very, they're peaceful and lovely and amicable, and some of them are not. I don't know why you laughed. You laughed too soon. See, you ruined it.
Sorry.
Anyway, so this one wasn't. Let's just put that's all we need. That's enough? That's enough. Behind the Music with Randy Driscoll. Right, so one wasn't. And things happen obviously for a reason, and over the years, I was just having a discussion with someone this week saying that, at the time it happens, you don't know the reasons why, and everyone will tell you there's a reason, and when you look back at this, you're going to understand why something ended. And when you're in the middle of it, you sort of think that's a bunch of nonsense, and you want people to just stop giving you advice, really. But it's true, it's totally true, and years later, you know why there was a period at the end of that sentence so that you could go on and have something really excellent, So I had all of these emotions happening, the way I found out about it, the way that I thought this person's life looked, while I was sort of in the midst of my pain and sorrow, thinking that everything was sort of beautiful and pretty. And then years later at the Nashville airport, no coincidence there, I briefly ran into this person, and you'll hear exactly what happened in the song. So this is a new song, and the neat story about it is when I went into the recording studio to do this song for this particular, couple of these new tracks that I had been working on. The guy that was producing it, Dean Miller, who has produced these songs, he said to me, I have a piano player I want to sort of try out for you, and if you don't dig it, if you don't like it, you can go ahead and play. Obviously, you play on all of your CDs, and I thought, no, this is fun. Like, I think it'd be really fun to hear some of my music interpreted from somewhere else. So the guy came in. His name is Jimmy Nichols. He's an excellent Nashville piano player. Beautiful, beautiful piano player. I told him sort of my vibe for this was kind of this Carrie Underwood song that I love, and it's not a song a lot of people know. But I mentioned it to him, and I said, that's kind of the vibe of my heart for this song, the heartbreak that she feels. I think the song is called You Won't. And he said, oh, that's good. I played on that track, so I think I can probably get what you're looking for. So this is a song. It's called I Forgive You. I'm going to play it for you right now. I love this one. It's very close to my heart, and I hope you dig it too. When I saw her walking down the aisle, well, I thought it was
there's nothing left to lose. So I forgive you. When they said you seemed so happy, well, I thought it was a lie. Did I ever even really matter, or was I an alibi? These things will make you crazy, these things will turn your heart to rust. Was there ever even really us? And if you think a heart can't break unto 1,000 shards of glass, just ask. Well, don't it seem funny and don't it seem cruel that something so wrong could feel so right? When you've got nothing left to give, there's nothing left to lose. So I forgive you. Every hour of every day, every time I kiss them both goodnight, I thank God and I pray. Well, I saw you some years later, and my God, you look the same. I heard it didn't really pan out, and I thought, what a shame. So many things I wanted to tell you, so many things I had to say, but instead I walked away. And if you think a heart can't break unto 1,000 shards of glass and then beat again, well, don't it seem funny and don't it seem so true that something so wrong could end so right? When you've got nothing left to give, there's nothing left to lose. So I forgive you. I forgive you.
Hey! Whoa, Skylar threw a pillow. She's very excited. Thank you. Thanks for listening. I'm going to do a couple more for you. That's a brand new one. That is fun to do that. So, oh, hearts. Hi, Marsha's on. Bam's on. Bam's on. Hi, Diana. Oh, my goodness. So nice to see you guys. Patrick's on. We have our people on.
Oh, yeah.
San Diego, New Jersey, the Northwest. Very exciting.
Gina just jumped on, so
Gina, you
Yeah.
can scroll. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I can't see everyone that's on. Gina, I did your song and I remembered. That's what I remembered. And I told the story behind it. There you go. I know it only took me like 11 weeks. So, all right, here we go. So, we'll do a little something fun with this one, I think. Are you tired of me telling everyone that I wrote this song for you, Skylar? Skylar was like 3 years old and she was dancing around in a tutu, and only a tutu, in our hallway in Huntington Beach, California. And I looked at her and I thought, you know, a lot of times, and this happens to everyone, it doesn't matter necessarily if you're a female artist, a male artist, doesn't matter if you're not even an artist, if you in any world that you're in any discipline that you do, people try to look at you and think that they know you immediately, and they try to put you in a box and tell you what you can do and what you can't do. And I looked at her and I thought, you know, whatever happens in her world, I hope that she knows that she can be and do whatever she wants to do in her life, because I feel like that will make her, you know, so just wonderful and great, and she has a lot to offer, and I hope she never feels less than. And of course, she was in a tutu, and there was Disney on in the background, so here we go.
Cinders in a dustpan back behind the oven, stuck inside since midnight, waiting on your spotlight, waiting for your moment, waiting for your luck to change. You look into the mirror, you only see the scratches. Can't you see the real you under all the patches? Can't you see the beauty free from the hurt and the pain? Sitting all alone, you should be out there dancing. Let them see you dancing, dancing right through the rain. Sometimes the ones that matter hurt you the most in the end. If the shoe doesn't fit, don't break the glass. Try it. If they don't love you back, don't waste your time crying. They can't see the princess. How they gonna see the queen? If you knocked on the door and it's still open, if you hoped for the best, well, here's to hoping you ain't gonna fly up there, standing on your wings. If anyone asks at all, Cinderella left the ball. Hey! Brushes in a dustpan back behind the stable, hiding with the horses, waiting on a saddle, waiting for your moment, you're waiting for your luck to change. You look into the mirror, you only see a coward, but that's not what you are, and this is your hour. Can't you see the real you, free from the hurt and the pain? Sitting all alone when you should be out there dancing, let them see dancing, riding across the range. Sometimes the ones that matter hurt you the most in the end. If the shoe doesn't fit, don't break the glass. Try it. If they don't love you back, don't waste your time crying. If they can't see the prince, how they gonna see the king? If you knocked on the door and it's still open, if you hoped for the best, hey, here's to hoping you'll never fly if they're standing on your wings. If anyone asks at all, Cinderella left the ball. Yeah. So they built you a box, you just didn't fit. They built you a wall, you climbed over and tried to put you in a tower, but you just ran away. They tried to tell you what to think, tried to tell you what to feel, tried to tell you who to be, but that just wasn't real. They'll never see you 'cause they've been looking the other way. Cinders in a dustpan back behind the oven, stuck inside since midnight, waiting on your spotlight, waiting for your moment, you're waiting for the world to change. If the shoe doesn't fit, don't break the glass. Try it. If they don't love you back, don't waste your time crying. If they can't see the princess, they'll never see the queen. If you knocked on the door and it's still open, if you hoped for the best, well, here's to hoping you ain't gonna fly if they're standing on your wings. If anyone asks at all, if anyone asks at all, if anyone asks at all, Cinderella left the ball.
I wish you could see Sky dancing to that one. That dancing right there is what inspired me to write that song that Cinderella left the ball. I have a funny story about that too. The first line of that chorus, if the shoe doesn't fit, don't break the glass. Try, and that first line was going to be a Facebook post. I thought, something was upsetting me, and I remember thinking, like, I'm just going to post this because I feel like people are trying to force you to be something that you're not, you know, and you find this in life that you try to, if you try to follow the path of what you think you're supposed to do, that can be a disaster. So I tried to put this in words. I said, if the shoe doesn't fit, don't break the glass, try and I'm going to make that my post. And then I said, no, I'm going to make that a chorus to a song. And I did. And so that's how that became Cinderella's Left the Ball. I'm going to do a couple more for you. Thanks so much for watching tonight. This is super fun. I'm really enjoying doing these original tunes for you. It's fun. I'm going to go over the piano right now for 2 more. And then
I say go all night.
Go all night. My child is like, dinner.
Oh.
We always do this around dinner time, and she's like, really? You wouldn't let me have a crunchy snack? Listen, you crunch loudly. I wasn't sure it would go with everything I was singing. No, I'm just gonna do a couple more for you. I brought these up to show you, so just in case you climb, that was John Matthias over at Studio West a bit ago. How many of you have that one, huh? 365 Days. That's Larry Mitchell. We already talked about the play. Grammy Award-winning Larry Mitchell, I might add. Lucky, trying out an old new hair color. Randy Driscoll Glass Slipper, Larry Mitchell. Borrowed Dress, what? No. Yep, kind of. Oh my gosh, yeah. So we did 70 episodes, and you know what? We did 70 episodes, and I sang
74.
a lot of 74, but of the 70 that we did consecutively every night, I did a lot of old, like I pulled out some old ones, yeah, I really did. It was fun. It was really fun. Okay, so, piano. Are you ready? We're moving.
We're moving.
Are you moving too? This is exciting.
This is what I did.
Skylar, you're moving too? Is the audience moving with me? Here we go. So, many of you know that I lost my mom a couple years ago, and she was actually the last of my little family unit. You know, I was raised in a house with my mom and my dad and my nana. We all lived together, and it was a house full of lots of love, and I miss them very much. And so when she passed, she was sort of like the end of that era. And you know, you do all the stuff that you have to do. You clean out the house, you go through all the photographs, all the memories come flooding back. And that was around the time that we decided to move to Nashville. And so of course, you know, I wanted to write a song about her leaving this plane and going on to somewhere else, but it didn't end up being a sad song at all. It ended up being a really happy song about where I think that my mama wound out, which is, I'm sure that she is at, I think that she is at some sort of a dive bar up there, dancing with her favorite dance partner, who's my dad, visiting with all of the people that she misses, all of her friends. Of course, Nana's cheersing around with a gin and tonic, and Papa Vic is there, and Aunt Judy, all the people that we've lost, the many people that we've lost. And I honestly think they're having a great time. And who knows, they might have Facebook and they might be listening right now, which I hope. So I wrote a song about her, you know, place that she's in right now, and what happens when you get to say hi to your favorite dance partner that you haven't seen in years and years and years. We did a video for it here in Nashville at a bar called Betty Lou's. How about that? I'm going to play that song for you right now. The church was full, they came and they bowed their heads. They sang those hymns, they prayed, they paid their respects. But when all was said and done, they all poured out into the sun, and I was left to watch you fade away. But I did not cry, not a tear was shed when they asked me why. This is what I said. She always told me she would see his face again. And honey, I believe there is a bar in heaven where your drinks are free, and any time, day or night, you find an open seat. Your hands are never tired, your legs are never weak. The game is on, the coffee's strong, the beer's ice cold, the whiskey's neat. The band's playing 24/7. Those angels gonna dance all night long if you
having one hell of a good time. Won't stop until the sun shines. It's a happy hour in heaven. So heavy hearts, I feel your pain. Let's all raise a glass tonight to those we've loved, to those we've lost. Pray that everything's alright. No, no, the pain and all the fear we all know here, it just vanishes away. You get one more chance for that second dance, for love to win the day. I hear that song and I swear I can see his face, how it lights right up when she walks into the place, as if not a moment's past, she'll fall into his arms at last, and nothing's perfect, but this is perfect. There is a bar in heaven where your drinks are free, and any time, day or night, you find an open seat. Your hands are never tired, your legs are never weak. The game is on, the coffee's strong, the beer's ice cold, the whiskey's neat. The band's playing 24/7. Those angels gonna dance all night long if you let them. They're having one hell of a good time. They won't stop until the sun shines. It's a happy hour in heaven. Amen. 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 Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Amen. Amen. Hey.
It's happy hour in heaven. Hopefully Ryan's so busy tonight.
I already did.
Hopefully
Yeah, you don't even
will
say.
post
Already
a
did.
video
Already
for
did.
that, too. So shot at a bar here called Betty Lou's, which was my mom's name, which is so funny that there is a dive bar in Nashville called Betty Lou's, where you can have water, where you can also have whiskey. Yeah, that was a hint.
Now you know
Yeah,
what.
you're so funny. Where you can smoke, where you can watch the game, where you can have coffee, where you can hang out with people. I don't know, that song is super special to me, and I get obviously choked up when I sing it. It's just, it means a lot. Thanks for listening. And I know after I sing that song, a lot of people always write me about experiences where they feel like the people that they love are somewhere up there, and they're probably in a really similar place having a good time, because that just sounds like a good way to look at it, right? Yeah?
Mhm.
Okay. All right, 2 more for you tonight, I think, and then we'll call it. Thank you so much for listening. Oh, and then the 80s bit.
2 more to admission, right?
Right, no, 2 more.
Oh.
2 more songs, I think, and then maybe we'll do a little 80s for my Northwest tipper. Big bucks, bring in the. Oh my gosh, it's like down on those of you that don't live in Nashville, if you go down to Broadway and you go to the honky tonks and listen to bands play and stuff, it's really funny because they will accept, the bands play for tips and people tip them all the time, but they have like songs that are $100 songs, and I think they're like, so what are they, Sweet Home Alabama?
Yep.
I think Freebird, but maybe
Oh,
Freebird
definitely
is not
Freebird.
even, I don't know.
Oh,
It's
no.
like a $200, isn't it? I'm not sure. Here's a brand new song that I wrote during the time that we took a little bit of time off.
Do you remember when the people cried? screaming, better find yourself another pair of shoes and walk in them. Do you remember when the people cried? But you can't light a fire without a spark. You can't know the light if you don't know the dark. Everyone's looking at the pretty rainbow. They forget it took a lot of rain. And we've got a long, 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 long way to go. You won't be alone on the road. Do you remember when the children sang? Mother, father, sister, brother, everybody want the same things. But you can't have a fire without a spark. You can't know the light if you don't know the dark. Everyone's looking at the pretty rainbow. They forget it took a lot of rain. And we've still got a long, 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 long way to go. And you won't be alone, on the road. Hate has no place here, no place for hate. Hate has no place here, no place. Do you remember when the world was healed? Music played and the angels kneeled. We put down our shields, took off our armor, put our arms around each other, found out we're stronger. Do you remember when the world was healed? 'Cause you can't have a fire without a spark. You can't know the light if you don't know the dark. Everyone's looking at the beautiful rainbow. Don't forget, it took a lot of rain, and we still got a long, 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 long way to go. And you won't be alone, on the road. Swear there is one, there will be two, hand in hand, side by side, right beside you. And if we gather more, we'll be stronger than before. And we will build an army of love, 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 love. An army of love, 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 love. An army of love, 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 love. We'll build an army of love. Do you remember when the world was healed?
Hey, it's called Army of Love, brand new tune. Okay, it's about a wrap. Here we go.
You staying or moving
No,
back? Oh, moving back.
Moving back.
Oh,
I want to see the people, all the people. I want to see my audience. I want to talk to my audience. Kelly. Hi, Lena. Oh, it's so good to see you guys. Army of Love. Let's do it.
Did you
Right?
hear your daughter?
Such a good show. Such a good show? You're enjoying it? I'm so glad. The omission was really good. So until we can do this again, until we can be all together again, thank you for listening. Thanks for tuning in tonight. I'm so grateful to have all of you guys here and a lot of friends that are going to watch afterwards, so I really, truly appreciate it. Love you guys. Thanks for all of your help, Andrew McGinnis.
You're welcome.
Skylar Faith McGinnis, you're a wonderful audience. I appreciate it. We'll be back with Randy's Live on Friday for sure, possibly on Thursday. And then don't forget to tune into North Jersey Pride tomorrow. I will put that link up. Oh, thanks for being here tonight. This feels good. One a month, I think, until we can do it, until I can come to you in person. Okay. I'm really 80s. Okay, I'm going to do a little 80s for you guys. A little. I don't have time for the whole thing. It's not that long of a show. Careful, dear, this river runs its course. In the mess you've made will only get worse. What you thought you would recognize, you don't see what you thought you could do without. You need what you thought you could live without. You never see you're in trouble. You're in trouble, trouble deep. And I say, here comes the storm again. Here comes the rain. I'm so afraid your love keeps me warm, and I am not ashamed. So I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, I don't remember that from the 80s. I don't think that was that her song in the 80s? What? That's not 80s. So here's the story. Noah and I were performing at a bar in Long Island on a Tuesday in the winter. And this is a 3-hour story. I'm going to make it really short. Basically what happened, well, you're laughing. Look at those people laughing at me. But what happened was we were closing for a really famous 80s band who shall remain nameless because I'm going to spill some beans about it. So that's right, we were closing. You heard correctly, not opening. Opening is like the prestigious spot when you're right on, before the 80s band. You're the band right before the 80s. No, that wasn't us. We were closing for the 80s band, which means we were after. And this 80s band hadn't played since the 80s. And so they played for a long time, a really long time. In fact, they played so long that they played their big hit at the beginning of the show and then also at the end of the show. That's right, they did their own encore of the same song, right? Okay, so Noah and I were upstairs in the green room and we were waiting to go on, and we just never went on, and it was heartbreaking because all of our friends that had taken a limo in from the city, they decided to stay as long as they could, but then their limo left, so all of our friends had to go back to the city, and we still hadn't got on. Okay, so finally we got on, the band ended, and we were supposed to go into we were going on at 10 o'clock, but it was midnight. It was midnight for a day on a Tuesday in Long Island, okay, in the winter. Just setting it up for you. So what happened was, we started playing, and if you've been following my career for any amount of time, you know that what I try to write is singer-songwriter, sometimes social justice, breakup music, very acoustic. So I got on stage and I to try to win them over, with my acoustic vibes. And someone in the back of the audience yelled, 80s! Wow, that was fantastic. We didn't even practice.
No, we didn't.
Someone in the back yelled 80s, right? That's called a heckler, for those of you that may not know. And I was horrified. I had never really been heckled, so I thought, no, I'm just going to keep singing you my love songs. Something about a breakup. And then that same person yelled, 80s! Right, and I got really offended, and I looked at Noah, and he was like, just keep playing, maybe they'll go away. Maybe one of the 12 people still left in the bar on Long Island on a Tuesday in the winter will leave. more 80s, and then they started coming closer to the stage, and they started throwing dollar bills onto the stage, and I looked at Noah, and I was like, what am I going to do? I don't know what I can do. And so I looked at him, and I said, like a virgin, ooh, touch from the very first time, no, 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 like a virgin, when your heart beats next to mine, gonna give you all my love, boy, my fear is fading, it's fading, it's fading, it's fading fast, sloppy, bonita, I don't know. So I thought that would do it, and I was like, thanks so much, and we love the 80s too, we really love being here, and now we're gonna do a few more original songs for you, but the guys came up and they started throwing more dollar bills on the stage.
80s!
Ridiculous. Okay.
80s!
How does this become interactive?
80s!
What are you doing?
80s!
Right, exactly. Yes, you know the song. They started throwing more, this is all true, they started throwing more dollar bills on the stage, and then they started tipping Noah in shots of tequila, totally true. And I thought, my gosh, I don't know any more 80s. It's like 3 chords in a prayer here. I don't know what I'm doing. Little red Corvette, no, 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 baby, you're much too fast. Little red Corvette, I need to find a love that's gonna last. 8, 6, 7, 5, 3, 0, 9, and then the only people left in the bar, because mind you, it was about 1 o'clock now on a Tuesday at a bar in Long Island in the winter. Everyone started coming up to the stage, and they started coming onto the stage, and they were singing, they were dancing, and we were getting more and more money on the stage, and I just kept doing like 2 lines of every 80s song that I could possibly think of. It's a nice day for a white wedding, everybody have fun tonight, everybody wave chum tonight, Sister Christian, all the time has come, Sister Christian, all the time, I wish I had Jesse's girl, I want Jesse's girl. Okay, so you get the picture. It went on and on and on. There was more money on the bar, and finally I looked at Noah and I was like, I couldn't possibly do any more. And he was drumming, and they were having a great time, and I said, this is it, I think it's a wrap. I think we don't know any more 80s songs, and we gotta just go home. And then I think that I went into a few bars of the band that had opened for us. I come from a land down under, rolling men thunder, right? I come from a land down under, and something about a Vegemite sandwich. And that was the end of it. We made about $300 in tips that night, which is more than we probably would have had we not done some 80 songs. And that was it. It was a lot of fun. And thank you, Eric, for reminding me of that time. I don't know if it's a difficult time, or what are you doing, Skylar? Are you tipping me? Oh, that's so nice. For an 80s song? For another, is that your allowance? Girls, they just wanna, girls just wanna, they just wanna have fun. Okay, she pretty much went to her piggy bank for that one. But yes, that's the story. That's how we did a 20-minute version of my song, Trouble Runs Deep, at a bar in Long Island on a Tuesday, closing for an 80s band, where the entire audience of 12 was loaded, and we were heckled more than we've ever been heckled before, and we made more money than we've ever made at a bar being heckled. And the trouble runs deep, 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 the trouble. Here comes the flood again. Here comes the storm. I am so ashamed, but your love keeps me warm. Thanks for the request, Eric. There you go. That's a true story. That's behind the music for you. True story. Oh my gosh, thanks for listening tonight. This has been really, really fun. I've loved doing this, and so we'll definitely have to do more. Thanks for watching with us. We did tonight put a tip jar up for the first time, so thank you. We certainly don't expect a thing. It's our virtual tip jar. This is the way we're doing shows for now. We're in Nashville. I know I see a lot of friends on from the East Coast. I see a lot of friends on from California, which is awesome. Thank you for tuning in. I know it's different times for people, and I know a lot of people are going to watch a little bit later. So for us, music venues, some are open, and what you're able to do is, they do sort of like socially distancing songwriter rounds on stage, and then the audience is sort of spaced out. But for big events, you know, like the big kind of club shows that we do, the ones where everyone are sort of packed in. We were talking about this last night with one of our friends, Marshall, who is a director, acrobatic director for Cirque du Soleil. You know, it's hard to know when those kind of shows are going to come back, when we're all going to be able to sort of be breathing and pulsing in the same music space. And everyone's doing their best. A lot of clubs are opening up their stages now for virtual shows. So like I saw my dear friend Eve is, I think, at the Belly Up tonight doing a benefit event, and she's on stage, but I think it's a virtual show for people. My dear friend Larry Mitchell, who you know, has produced all of my CDs, amazing musician. He just had us down to do the Atlantic Center for the Arts, where they did an amazing socially distanced theater event, but it was basically everyone spread out and the audience wearing masks. And so we don't really know what this is going to look like for us, for musicians and artists, but this feels so good to do this and to have you guys on and being a part of this and watching. I feel lucky, and I appreciate that you are here with us tonight. And so we really, really, really want to say thank you for all of the support you've given Randy's Live and all the support that you have given me over the years. I really appreciate it. So here we go. I'm going to do this one, and I love this one.
Made you think you'd never He used to call you a dime a dozen, but baby, you were a diamond in the rough. You're gonna sparkle, you're gonna shine, you're gonna shine. You're gonna sparkle, you're gonna shine. Girl, go ahead and shine. He used to call you a dime a dozen, but you were one of a kind. You were a diamond all the time.
That's a standing and moving and walking ovation. Skylar's giving me. You're sweet. Okay. Thank you for listening tonight. I appreciate it so much. I played a bunch of new songs. That was Sparkle and Shine. That's from, I don't know, my whatever project we're working on right now. Some of the things that happen right now during this time is that a lot of artists are not sure how to release music. We're still like trying to release new music. I have a new song that I didn't play tonight that I'll play on the next concert that we do that is going to be on whatever the next EP that comes out, because we are working on one. But we're thinking of maybe doing a little bit of a video for it, because you want to release new music, you want to have new music out there, but it's just really strange right now during this time, because usually the way that people sort of promote their new music is they tour, they do shows to promote the music. It's really hard, but we do have some ones in the can that we want to play for you, and we want to let you experience. So if you guys are new to my music and maybe you've never really heard much before, or somebody turned you on to this show, definitely look at Happier in Heaven. That's a brand new tune with a really beautiful video. And then, of course, you can check all of my music out on Amazon and iTunes and Spotify and stuff like that. Places like that, I suppose, where you can stream it or you can order CDs. And yes, and my website. Andrew, you can say that out loud. And people know you're here. They know there's other people in the room. Yeah. Or there was just a strange heckler yelling 80s right on that. By the way, that we did not reference.
I tackled him. I got him out of the house.
I was doing that song. Anyway, there is a. My website is randydriscoll.com, and you can get my CDs there. You can order them. We send them out. We also have Randy Driscoll Mason jars. We still have a few of those. If you'd like those, just message me and I'll let you know how to get them. They're fun. And then we have some new merch coming out for you. So I think that's all tonight. That's all I have to say tonight. Oh yes, no, you're the camera. And now Skylar's yelling 80s. You're the cameraman, and you're my daughter. You can actually hear me sing at any time. I made some tips tonight in my own house too. By the way, Skylar gave me her allowance money, so that's $5. It's Daddy's. Daddy gave you the money to tip me. I appreciate it very much.
Daddy gave you money for me to give you.
Thank you so much for being here and listening. Have a great night. We will be back. Oh, one more. Yes, you're saying my audience.
Wait,
my audience is saying.
Should end on a song. Hold on.
One more. Here we go.
Yeah, see?
Lottery were 1,000,003. I'd bet 5 numbers in your birthday with my last pennies. I'd take that winning ticket home with me. I'd hide it deep inside my pocket. Then I'd wash my jeans. Bad luck. No, 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 no. I'd try my car, no gas. I missed the bus it passed. Stood in line with my 9 items, but I got no cash. I left my cell phone on the train. I wore my flip-flops in the rain. My fortune cookies got no fortune. They tell me try again. Oh, I'm lucky, yes, I'm lucky. Life is what you make it, and the bad light take it. Oh, I'm lucky, yes, I'm lucky. My good luck's gonna catch up to me. I got a leaky roof in an ice cold flat. I got hurricanes in Seattle. Have you heard of that? I got a 4-wall singing about the rain will soon pay off.